Bonjour. I am in Paris with Range Rover and I'm so excited. They picked us up from the airport today in the new Range Rover and it was so sick. I was like, did we get a free car for this trip? I really want a Range Rover now. Anywho, I am in the room. Just got in this morning, like 2 hours ago. I did like a full TikTok black hole on the bed while I was just crushing peppermint patties, which is so random but amazing. I have all my candy from the flight, so I just naturally need to be finishing that off. We have some Haribo Star Mix, which is basically like all of the best sellers. So there's like little, I don't know what these ones are. And then there's like little Coke bottles, twin snakes, which are my favorite. I actually really need to be getting ready because we're meeting up with the other people here and starting the day. I have no idea who else is on this trip. I'm by myself, which I'm a little bummed about because I really wanted to come with Matt. Obviously, Matt and I do everything together. And we're also going to Royal Champagne tomorrow. And Matt is like obsessed with wine, obsessed with champagne. It's literally, he's like an encyclopedia for those things. And that was like his dream hotel to go to. And I couldn't get a +1 and I feel so bad. I even offered to like pay for Matt's flight just to come because I wanted him to come. But anyway, we're here solo, just me and you. I'm gonna bring you guys along. And we're at Royal that's not how you pronounce it. Raffles. I stayed here once during Fashion Week last year and this hotel is amazing. It's stunning. The coolest part is the bathrooms. I already trashed the bathroom getting ready just now, but how cool with all the mirrors. Obviously in my robe. Oh my God, I was thinking on the plane today how, because I'm like somehow a travel blogger now, I need like something that I can collect from every hotel I go to. And I really wish it could be robes because I'm obsessed with hotel robes, and how cool would it be to have a closet of all the different hotel robes, like from around the world. I think that would be really cool, but it's so bulky. I feel like I need something tiny. Do you know what I mean? Let me know if you guys have any ideas. I have, this is the little closet area. I'm not gonna unpack because we're just here for one night. But I have this from like Tremezzo and I have one from Almond Bog, I think. So this would be cool, but not, most hotels don't give that. And yeah, this is the room. It's very cute. This is my little view. How cute. I just got some jackets in from one of my favorite coat brands. So I'm gonna do a little haul. I actually like really need to be ready very soon. Okay, so the brand is Norhamor. They make the most insane jackets. I've been working with them for like 7 years, no exaggeration. And especially now that I live in Miami, I really don't like to buy jackets because I don't need them. So it's nice when a brand just lets me alone. And maybe I'll wear one today to the rugby match. I have no idea how cold it's gonna be. So, oh my God, this is so cute. We have this one. It's like a chocolate brown. Stunning. I picked out a third, but they didn't give it to me, but I doubt I'll need it. And then I picked out this one. This is so cute. I feel like maybe I'll do this. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed and then I'll show you guys my outfit. So, I'm wearing the new Norhamor coats. This sweater is from Girlfriend, it's Revolve. The pants are Citizen Humanity. Wearing my Adidas Sambas, Birkin, wearing the little Naomi earrings, and then I think I'm gonna just wear sunnies. That's why I look like someone who's like a rugby queen. I feel like this is rugby. I don't know what rugby really is, but you know, I feel like this reminds me of it if I were to think of it. Okay, toodles. So last night we went to the Rugby World Cup and I got to meet everyone that was on the trip. It's a very interesting group, which is kind of fun because it's fun to meet new people, even though I'm kind of shy and awkward. It's kind of a mix of, a lot of people on this trip are actors from London, And then there's like 2 other like fellow high fashion girlies, and they were like freaking out about who the actors were that are here. I didn't recognize them. Maybe I don't watch enough TV, but I think they were like London, like huge on UK shows. So maybe if like you watch a lot of Netflix, you would know. I don't know, honestly. But the game was so interesting. Like, me and the other fashion girls, we like stuck out like a sore thumb just in our like fur shearling vibes, like fully decked out, and just had no idea what was going on. And we left a little early so that we could like beat the rush of everyone leaving the event. I still somehow stayed up so late. Shit, I need to take my birth control. So I weirdly have to go back on birth control even though I'm 32 years old, which is so strange. I haven't been on birth control since I was in like college because of my endo. And I feel like I need to see a specialist about if there's maybe like other options, because going on birth control is not ideal. Dealing with this whole thing has kind of been so annoying. I talked about it on a podcast, Ariel Lore's podcast. I loved that podcast episode, so if you haven't listened to it, highly recommend. Obviously I'm subjective because it was me talking, but I thought it was a really good one. I feel like I turn into a different person when I'm on a podcast, and like I feel like because I listen to so many podcasts, I like to think I know what makes a good podcast. So I feel like I was good at like giving good advice. A lot of things that like I should be listening to myself, even though I said it myself. Anyway, I talked about how basically when I got this surgery for endo, I had no idea how severe it was or whatever. I'm such an idiot, and I honestly thought it would be like a walk in the park surgery, that they would just like do a little incision and I would be good to go in 2 days. But it was not. The surgery knocked me out. Matt literally had to carry me to pee for like 2.5 days because I couldn't move my body, and I was just miserable, especially because I would look in the mirror. I almost had like a postpartum body. Like my ribs were black and blue, like swollen out here. And then my stomach was huge. And I just had never seen my body like that. And anyway, it was just the first time I've ever seen my body get out of control, like not under my control, because I'm very like regimented and work out, and it fucked with me mentally. It shouldn't have fucked with me so much, but you know, going through your closet and not being able to wear anything because you can't button anything, and just the whole shape of your body completely changing, like it just made me realize how much women go through when they have a baby, and how much I like don't think I want to go through that. Or at least I want to be in a different mental, like work on my mental health before I do something like that, so that I'm not so attaching my self-worth to what I look like. I think also this job kind of like makes me feel like that. It was also the first time I've ever like paused for a minute and not been able to actually work. Like I had so much work to do, and I'm so used to working like 7 days a week and stressing myself out, being like go, go, go. And it was the first time I literally couldn't in years. And I really want to enter, I feel like a lot of people are talking about entering your more like soft girl era. And that's something I really want to work on, especially because Matt and I work together. And obviously Matt is he's extremely type A, extremely hardworking. Sometimes I feel like he needs soft energy from me, and I'm like so hard. Sometimes I feel like I need to, but also just selfishly for my own well-being, I just think I want to be more in my like feminine energy. I feel like my whole life I've had such masculine energy, and I feel like this is actually a topic of conversation I've had with a lot of girlfriends, especially because a lot of my girlfriends are entrepreneurs, so we're like have this tough energy. It's not good. Sometimes I just want to feel like sexy and hot and feminine, and not like I'm very much like someone who probably doesn't process their emotions correctly. Like I'm always just like, it's okay, it's okay. And I don't actually, fuck, I need new mascara. This mascara is like clumping. I got a lash lift and eyebrow lamination while I was in New York. It was life-changing. I've never got a brow lamination. It's really nice. It doesn't do a lot, but if you have trouble getting your eyebrows to stay up, it definitely helps. The lash lift does a lot. I feel like I shouldn't be wearing mascara. I also feel like I need to get like my fertility checked. I know a lot of you guys are always like, when are you gonna have babies? Including my mom. Mom, if you're watching this, leave me alone about having babies. It's hard to explain, but I think Matt and I are dying for another dog. Pepperoni is literally an angel on earth. Okay, so on the baby subject, I'll answer this question. I'm curious to know if any of you guys feel the same way, but I just feel like I don't feel like I'm 32 years old whatsoever. I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that like Matt considers when he quit his job in finance to run Orium like his second life, which is totally his second life. So I feel like we both were around like 28. I think, yeah, I was 28, he was 29 when we started Orium. So even though I started doing like influencing stuff earlier than that, I was like 26 when I quit my job. We just feel like we still have so much life to live, just the two of us, and like we're really enjoying traveling together. And I don't know, I don't feel like I think the older you get, the more knowledgeable you get, and you see your friends and about just how much work it is to have a kid. I don't know, I feel like that's just not where I'm at right now. I feel like there's still things I want to like do and accomplish before I have a baby. I also just feel like I was saying, I'm not in my feminine energy. Like I feel like I'm not in my like caregiving era. I feel like I'm not trying to take care of a baby. I'm just trying to figure out how to take care of myself. With that being said, Matt and I treat Pepperoni like a literal human baby because she is. She's so freaking cute and the best. And we're so obsessed with her. Like when I had my surgery, I basically had this whole freak out situation where went under, obviously like under anesthesia. And then I woke up, my body was in so much pain that I like went into shock. Like my body was like convulsing and shaking, and I started freaking out and having like a full-on panic attack. And I literally thought of Pepperoni as I was like closing my eyes and just trying to like breathe out of it. I was just like thinking of Pepperoni and like petting her. Dogs are really just such an emotional support animal. Petting your dog, I feel like just makes you relaxed and feel better and makes me so happy. And I just love her so much. And she's an English bulldog, and she just turned 5 or 4. I think she just turned 5, which is crazy. English bulldogs don't really live that long, but we're putting a number on her. Usually the English bulldogs live till about 8, but we're manifesting that she's gonna live to 12. We want to just like give her the best life possible. She has to get this leg surgery where she's gonna get like new legs or something, or new hips or new knees. I don't know, something like that. They're gonna fix her legs because that's like a common bulldog problem. And I was saying to Matt, like, how cool would it be to, once she's done recovering, because apparently you can't, like the dog can't move for like weeks. So there's a high chance they kind of get depressed after from not moving. So I was like, oh my God, once she's recovered, we should surprise her with another dog. And I'm kind of very much like really wanting to do this plan. I don't know how serious Matt is. I think he is serious. So yeah, that's my spiel on random things going on in life. Today I'm actually running really late. Look, I'm running so late. Okay, I have to go. We're gonna like drive the Range Rovers over to Champagne, which is gonna be really cool. I don't know if I'm actually driving. It should be a lot of fun. I think the next hotel is gonna be really cool too. Gotta go. I did not time manage accordingly whatsoever. My chauffeur. The Royal Champagne Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. This is the reason why Matt is very jealous that he didn't get to come on this trip. It's so gorgeous. Yesterday we drove from Paris to the Veuve Clicquot cellars, and thankfully my friend Mary drove because I was not trying to drive in a foreign country in like a brand new, very expensive Range Rover. I was like, can I opt out? I don't think I should be trusted. Not like, I'm not a bad driver, but I wouldn't say I'm good. I also hate driving. So luckily Mary was nice enough to volunteer for the 2-hour drive. And it was so nice to like chat with her and connect with her on so many different things. She's also so knowledgeable about history and life in every country. She's from Russia, so it was just really cool to get to chat with her. Then we went into the Veuve Clicquot cellar, and it was honestly so cool. The tour guide was so engaging and interesting. Like, she just made the whole tour fascinating. The whole thing is basically an old chalk cellar, or no, it's an old chalk mine that they turned into a cellar, and it's been around for so many years, like hundreds of years, or like 100 years. Then we got to taste some champagne, and then we headed here, and then we headed to dinner. And it was just one of my favorite things about being an influencer is getting to come on these trips and meet completely random people that I would normally never meet and talk to and get to know. And it's just so cool. Like, when else would you be sitting down for dinner next to like a woman from Milan who's the same age as you and getting to hear all about her story? And yeah, I just think it's so cool. They also have like the cutest lingo. A lot of people here are from the UK, and I love the way they speak and just the little things that they say. Like, they all are, that's gorgeous. Like, I really want to be British. I was also talking to them about potentially like how much I'm dying to live in Europe for a year. Matt and I, since we met, we're always like, before we have kids, like, let's do something so crazy and live in another country, or like do some sort of experience that we would never probably get to do like once we have kids. And Matt actually has a British passport, so I'm like dying to do something so uncomfortable. And obviously if you live in the UK, you can like weekend trip to different countries. Like Paris is a 2-hour train ride. Matt's sister actually lives in London too. So I just feel like it would be so cool to get to do something like that before I have kiddos, if I do decide to have kiddos. And yeah, now I'm just getting ready, and then I have a massage, which I'm so excited for. I live for a massage. I live for a hotel robe. Last night I just sat in the bath and listened to a podcast, and it was good times. And now I'm gonna just blow dry my hair. I have this like fake Dyson thing that I use that can be used in Europe, and it like works pretty well, and I just blow it out like that. I'm honestly missing Matt so much, which I know is annoying, but we spent every second together. But it's honestly really nice to have like a tiny bit of time apart, because it makes me realize how much I love him and how much I miss him. Because sometimes when you're just together 24/7 on top of each other for months at a time, you obviously get really annoyed with each other, and obviously we work together too, so it's fun to miss him and realize how lucky I am to have an amazing husband. Not that I feel like I should ever give relationship advice, because, you know, I don't think I have it all figured out. But I think something I've been thinking about and realizing is when you're in a relationship, you need to like choose to wake up every day and love them for who they are, and accept all their flaws, because you also have flaws. Like, I've got a lot of flaws, and I wouldn't say I'm the easiest to deal with either. Sometimes I feel like it's just about like letting go, accepting, and choosing each other. Like, I think Matt and I like love each other, and we make that choice every day to love each other and be in love and be happy together. Obviously not every day that happens, but I think sometimes you could focus on like every little thing that a man is doing wrong, especially if you're on like anti-man TikTok, which I certainly am. And you can like really get annoyed by everything, the same way he could choose to get annoyed by everything I do. And sometimes you just need to. I was actually talking to a girlfriend about how I feel like if I was single in my 30s, the reason why it's so hard is because you're just so much more self-aware and smart that you don't want to accept like any flaws in anyone or any type of issues that they have, instead of just like enjoying life together, like having chemistry. And like when I met Matt, I was 26. I wasn't thinking about anything, honestly. I was just like, oh my god, I like hanging out with him. This is easy. This is like our lives work together, and I just liked hanging out with him. I thought it was like good vibes. Then we like fell in love really fast and enjoyed life together, and I wasn't like over analyzing every little thing that he did, which, you know, not that it's saying that you need to be completely oblivious, but you need to sometimes just enjoy the ride and see what happens, because you'll never find someone that's like perfect. I think it's just about finding someone who likes to grow, and then both of you grow together. Like Matt and I are obsessed with bettering ourselves and growing, and I feel like that's why we continue to grow together at like the same pace. Okay, that's my TED talk for today. Sorry if that sounds super preachy, but that's what's on my mind this morning. Getting ready for dinner, and this is what I'm wearing. It's kind of chilly, so I just want it to be comfortable and warm. I'm wearing this bodysuit from, I believe it's from Walford. The pants are from Banana Republic. Belt is Orium. Shoes are old Celine boots. And then I'm wearing like my favorite earrings right now, the Vivians. They're just like cute and small and subtle, and they just look good with everything. And then I might put on a coat even though we're not going outside. I might just, I don't know, I want to be cozy. This room is so beautiful though.